Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to Tailor Made Beauty by Kris. Before I get into my Sephora rant, I want to let you know I got notification today from YouTube that I have over 10,000 views. And I have to give you all a very sincere thank you. That really, it blows my mind. It blows my mind that 10,000 times somebody has watched something that I've done. And I know a lot of you are frequent viewers, and anyway, they just all mean so much to me, so thank you very much. All right, let's get on to the Sephora rant. Earlier this week I got this email from Sephora, and as you can see it says, hey, now 500 points will get you $10 off at your purchase. Sign up and see if you want to try this. And I'm like, wait a minute, 500 points, if you're not VIB or Rouge, and at $500, maybe you're into VIB. Let's say that you're earning, 1 point for every dollar you spend. Well, 500 points for 10 bucks off is 2%. It's a 2% return. I'm like, that's ridiculous. It wasn't that long ago that you could trade in 2,500 points to get a $100 credit, gift card, whatever. The only caveat being you couldn't use it during the sale, which is a whole other issue. Don't even get me started on that. So look at the math. 500 points to get $10 means if you cash in 2,500 points, that's $50. Where it used to be 100. That's ridiculous. And if you're VIB Rouge and you've been saving your points like I have, looking for that $100 to come back, it is like hen's teeth. I've heard rumors that some people are getting them, but I've also know lots of other people who are like, I go on every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 o'clock exactly Pacific Standard Time, and I keep refreshing and I can't get them and they're not there. And I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And then Sephora seemed to change things up where for, was it 1,500 points, you could get $50 off, which you're like, well, wait a minute, that's not as good of a deal. And it's not. If you do the math, if you've spent enough money at Sephora in 1 year to get the 2,500 points, you're at Rouge, you're earning 1.5 points for every dollar you spend. If you do the math, the 2,500 points getting you $100 works out to a 9% return. And the lower one for the $50, the 1,500 for the 50 is about 8%. And now this new 500 points for 10 bucks off is 2%, which is just, it is just crap. And more insulting than that is just what it says Sephora is thinking about me as its customer. And I've had enough of it. I've seen some other YouTubers saying that they've gotten messages from some Sephora employees saying more changes are coming. They're going to start charging for makeovers, or you can spend X number of dollars per year to get some of the stuff we're just getting standard now. And it really makes me wonder, what the heck is Sephora thinking? Ulta is a huge competitor to theirs, and Ulta's really upping their game. They're carrying so many more brands. They still don't have quite all the high end that Sephora does, and I'll be getting to that in just a second here, but one of my local Ultas carries Chanel. I can go in there, I can redeem my points and my money, which is a lot better deal than Sephora gives me. I can do it anytime. It doesn't matter when. It's not like Ulta's being capricious and deciding when I can or cannot do it. I can do it any old day I want. Go in there with my points and go, yeah, I want to trade this in for money. Also, they're pretty generous. I'm at their highest level, which I can't remember right now if that's platinum or diamond, whatever the heck the highest one. I'm that one. And several times a year I get 20% off coupons that are good for everything, including the prestige brands, and I can use my points at the same time. So I just feel like Ulta's showing me so much more love and respect than Sephora. So I was curious. I would like to stop giving Sephora my business. I can vote with my money. That's how we as consumers have our biggest voice, is voting with our money. And so when I started looking at the brands that Sephora carries that I enjoy, I started looking where else can I purchase them. And it's a little bit difficult. So Dior, Tom Ford, Armani, and Charlotte Tilbury, I can all get at Nordstrom. And I am a big Nordstrom fan. Natasha Denona and Viseart I can get off of Beautylish. And I haven't done a lot of shopping on Beautylish, but I'm starting to look into them more. The brands where it's a little bit more difficult, just because your only option I have found is Sephora or the brand's website themselves. Pat McGrath, Fenty, Marc Jacobs, Violet Voss, Drunk Elephant, Huda Beauty, and Milk. Doing a quick internet search yesterday, it looks like those particular brands I can only get at Sephora or by going to the brand's website. But you know what? I am really committed to voting with my money, and so I will be going to those brands' websites if they have something that I really want. My very first video that I posted on YouTube coming up on a year ago was 4 ways to save money at Sephora, and now I'm adding a 5th. The best way to save money at Sephora is to not spend your money there. Maybe they'll see the light. Maybe enough of us will speak out against what they're doing. At this point, I have almost 3,200 points there. What I would like to do is maybe catch one of those elusive $100 ones, or at this point, I would even take a $50 one to cash it out, spend my points, the money from my points, and just be done. So I'm curious, did you get that email? Are you Sephora, VIB, VIB or Rouge? What are your thoughts? Or are you thinking this is just the way of doing business in the future? Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I post every Monday and Thursday. Have a really fabulous day.